I became a working student when I was 18. At first, akala ko ang magiging problema ay ang pagbalanse ng dalawa. But then I realized na iba pala talaga yung pagod ng pagtatrabaho during graveyard shift sa pagpupuyat sa ibang bagay. Here are the 6 things I wish I knew before I become a working student. I'm turning 23 and I wrote a reflection of the things that I wish I knew before I became a working student. So let's start. First dyan is iba talaga yung puyat na nadudulot ng pagtatrabaho ng buong magdamag sa pagpupuyat dati. Dahil na-addict kasi ako dati sa playing online games as well as watching anime. And that gives me an impression na kaya ko palang magdamag na hindi napapagod, that I can still function well for my next subject for tomorrow. But it's important to have that expectation na iba yung pagod nilang dalawa dahil kung nagtatrabaho ka na, you're exhausted. You're doing things that you don't love in comparison of doing the things na nagpupuyat ka dahil sa gaming and such. So, mahalaga na maging prepared ka sa mga pagbabagong iyon so that you can allot your energy to most important things. Pangalawa ay pagbabago sa body clock natin. We no longer have that freedom na matulog during the night, especially if you are planning to work graveyard or if you are planning to become a call center kasi most probably panggabi yung trabaho. Tapos na-realize ko na importante malaman natin ang body clock. Ito yung circadian rhythms, rhythm ng katawan natin na kung saan sila lalo yung nagre-regulate ng chemicals na nire-release ng katawan pag may liwanag at tuwing gabi. So, for example, pag may liwanag, tendency yung katawan natin ay nagre-release ng chemical upang maging awake tayo, while during night, nagre-release naman ito ng chemical upang mag, maging less energetic tayo at madaling makatulog. So, ang pagbabago ng schedule ay nagdudulot rin ng pagbabago ng ating body clock. So, kung iniisip mo na mag-aral ka ng morning, then you probably wanted to work at night. Most probably you're expecting to invest your vacant time sleeping. But it's easy to say than done, pero napakahirap na matulog ng tanghaling tapat, mainit at maaliwalas. Tapos sometimes one factor pa rito ang environment, kung maingay, things like that. Kaya naman, one of the most important things that I am following pag matutulog na is first, dapat walang ilaw, dapat nakatabon yung bintana, and as much as that possible, communicate with your family members so that they can minimize the voices on the surroundings. Pangtatlo ay burnout. Pag sinabi natin burnout, it doesn't just talks about emotional breakdown. It's more than that. So, it could be nalalate ka ng pagsabit ng mga activities mo sa school. Or you no longer have energy for the things that you love before. For example, you love reading, but then you no longer wanted to read because you're already tired. And it could also mean that you've become distant to your friends and to your loved ones. So maraming form ng burnout at sometimes hindi natin namamalayan na nababurnout na pala tayo. And it's important to really know those symptoms so that you can help yourself. And it's important to say yes and no to to things. For example, if may gala and then you could have invested that time to your sleep instead of gala. So it's really important to find balance when it comes to how you invest your time. So here are the things para ma-avoid na ma-burnout tayo. First thing is, alamin mo yung schedule mo. By that, don't just think about your schedule. Don't just plot it in your head. I wanted you to write it down on a piece of paper or gumamit kayo ng Google Calendar because through that, you can really see clearly which are the times you can sleep or you can use for studying your vacant time. So by this, you can be more intentional as to how you spend your time. Secondly, be open, build a support system to your friends and family so that they can easily understand why you can't do things that they are able to do. Because again, we have constraints when it comes to your schedule. Third is it's important to communicate your situation that you are a working student to your professor and TL so that they know your struggles and they can better when it comes to, for example, if you need adjustments sa schedule mo, if you need off during your finals or midterms. And then during class, I highly recommend to really take down notes because I understand that you're from a draining shift. And sometimes when I attend a class, I am very sleepy. And in order for me to help myself, I take down notes para may ginagawa ako so that I can divert my attention to that notes. And it helped me a lot para during finals or any exams, I don't study from the scratch. At least I know some basics that would help me and that would make my study session easier. So number four, build a realistic routine. This is actually related to my first tip. So aside from taking down notes, your schedule, or putting it on a Google Calendar, it's also important to put vacancies along your schedule. For example, allot it during your travel time. You really need to account that travel, preparation, and eating meals. You really need to please allot time for your lunch, for your breakfast. I did not allot a time of that before, and promise, it will just give you more trouble in the long run. Dahil magugutom ka, tapos pag magutom ka, you cannot focus. And for the fifth one, I highly recommend to not change your lifestyle drastically. Be intentional as to how you spend your money because changing lifestyle doesn't mean you buy new clothes or new gadgets. It's subtle changes in your lifestyle. For example, changes in your food choices. Before you're cooking or eating homemade foods, but now you're just deciding to grab fast food chains or 7-Eleven foods because that's more easier and faster. But in the long run, it costs you more. For my last tip is be kind to yourself. That at some point, mag-drain ka talaga. And that's part of the process. Tapos, hindi ka rin robot. So, there are really times that you felt like you don't have energy to finish this and that's okay. You can have small breaks before you continue doing a certain projects or assignments. And know that it's really important to list down your priorities so that you'll know what should you do first. Because if not, tendency gagawin natin yung simple na bagay. And after the whole day, we don't feel any fulfillment because we felt like wala tayong na-accomplish for that day. Being a working student did not just help me how to earn money, but also helped me to become more disciplined, especially be more intentional how I spend my time and resources. And it also built my positive mindset. For example, if I'm in a messy situation, I know myself that along the journey, I'll find a way to solve it. And if you're in your 20s and trying to build skills, um, be more financially stable, and having a life along the journey, well, this channel is for you.